Hey everybody, this is Vince Miller. Thank you so much for joining me for another devotional. Big shout out today to Dan and his 20 strong guys from Albuquerque, New Mexico. I love you guys. Thanks for listening and thanks for passing along the devotional. Today we're going to be in John chapter 5, verses 15 through 18. This is for you guys. It reads, the man, that's the lame man, went away and told the Jews it was Jesus who had healed him. So he's telling on Jesus. And this is why the Jews were persecuting Jesus, because he was doing these things on the Sabbath. But Jesus answered them, my Father is working until now, and I am working. This is why the Jews were seeking all the more to kill him, because not only was he breaking the Sabbath, but he was even calling God his own Father, making himself equal with God. So now, according to our author, who is John, these verses right here present the tension that escalates for the rest of Jesus's life. John regards this miracle, the miracle of the healing of the lame man, as really the tipping point, because it presented a twofold problem for Jesus. First, that Jesus was a lawbreaker, which he was not, and second, that Jesus proclaimed to replace God, which he did not. So let's go ahead and explain both these things. First, Jesus was not ignoring the law of the Sabbath, but a law established by religious leaders. So an oral law or an additional law. And if anyone was breaking it, actually wasn't Jesus, it was a layman. Second, Jesus never claimed to be a replacement for God, which is what the Jews were suggesting by the proclamation equal with God. Jesus only and ever claimed to be sent by God on a mission for God, doing the works of God and bringing glory to God. That was it. He never claimed to take the place of God, which is precisely what the Jews wanted other people to believe. But let's set all that aside for just a bit. I want you to notice in this text the act of cowardice by this lame man. I mean, this lame man has just been healed and cleansed and encouraged by Jesus, the God of all creation. And the very next thing he does when he finally learns his name is go back to the authorities to sell him out. I mean, he's so concerned about their judgment, he turns on the one who actually gave him literally everything. And while I want to be quick to judge him for the little piece and speck of sawdust in his eye, I also know that there is a 2x4 in my own sometimes. I mean, how many times have I ducked and deflected and blamed or explained when it comes to my belief in faith and obedience to Jesus? I mean, how often have you turned your back on the one who gave you literally everything? And yet, in contrast, Jesus is resolute to the very end. He knew exactly what this lame man was going to do. He even knew that you and I would do the same, and still he walked the path to the cross for you and me. Now that's love, fellas. That's love that will never duck, deflect, blame, or explain. It's love to the very end. So I just want you to reflect and think on this today and worship a God who really does love you. Guys, I love you. I'll see you right back here again tomorrow. Till then, just play that worship song below and give God just 4 minutes of your time today.